Happy Friday. I am Julie Hawkins. I'm the Director of Children and Family Ministry here at Trietsch, and I have been hosting Go Beyond with Daniel during the month of September while we do our parenting series, Shift Happens. So today, I just want to share with you a couple of videos I've done with Reverend Bill Malden. We're doing parenting points every Tuesday at 11 a.m. So here are a few clips of the parenting points we've offered this month during September. We are taking John Wesley's 3 simple rules and applying it to parenting. So do no harm, do good, stay in love with God. How do these three things apply to parenting in the modern world? Take care, hope you enjoy, and have a great Friday. Bye. You are tuning into Parenting Points with Julie and Bill. I'm Julie Hawkins, Director of Children and Family Ministry.
And I'm Reverend Bill Malden, and I'm one of the associate pastors working with youth and families.
And he's standing back there, germs away from me, and my germs away from him. So we are glad you're here today. We're starting a new parenting series tomorrow night called 3 Simple Rules Parenting. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So we're looking at the 3 simple rules that John Wesley taught. Do no harm, do good, stay in love in God. And so today we're going to talk a little about do no harm and give you an example of that. So when I think of this, I think of my own family. And so I have a son and a daughter, and my daughter takes a lot after my wife, and my son, for good or for ill, takes after me. And so, especially when my son does things that really aggravate me, I know whose fault it is. It's all my wife's fault. No, it's all my fault. And so he does things, and I'm like, oh, that's me. And so one of the things we have to do about our parenting is look and say, are there behaviors that we see in our children that we don't like, and go, are we the source of that? And so I want to give you one example to think about today, and that is sarcasm. Now, I know very few parents that enjoy it when their children start getting sarcastic with them. Do you enjoy that when your kids are getting sarcastic with you?
I do not, and I'm never sarcastic.
And you're never
so
sarcastic.
That doesn't happen.
It never happens, right? And so we have to think about that. If we don't want our kids to be sarcastic with us, then we probably shouldn't be teaching them that by being sarcastic with them.
So do no harm.
So do no harm.
Do no harm. Do we want to be a boss parent or a leader parent? A boss parent is just going to talk about the rules and enforce the rules, but not necessarily lead by example. It's kind of like what Daniel talked about on Sunday morning. Do we want a child-centered family or a God-centered family? It's really prevalent in society today to have a child-centered family. Everything we do revolves around the kids' schedules, the kids going back to school, keeping the kids happy. That's not necessarily the way it should be. So a timeless parenting tactic and a timeless parenting method is to make a God-centered family and do no harm. So do no harm. If you want to join us for our parenting series Wednesday night, comment below and we will send you the Zoom link.
Wednesday at 7.
Wednesday at 7. See you then.
Blessings.
Bye. For parenting points with Julie and Bill. So last week we talked about John Wesley's do no harm, and we're going to apply this to parenting. So his 3 simple rules are do no harm, do good, stay in love with God. Yes. So this week we are on do good. How can we do good in our lives and do good in parenting? It's really kind of a way to rethink parenting and be more proactive instead of reactive. It's hard when you're in the moment and you're kind of in a meltdown or a crisis moment with a teenager. You want to react. But if we can be proactive about doing good, we can probably alleviate some of these problems. What are some ways we can do that?
So Pastor Daniel talked about this in our worship series that we're doing, Shift Happens. It's a series of what we're doing on parenting, and he shared 3 proactive ways that we can do good with our children. And it's touch, talk, and time. So touch, it's still good to, even as they get older, reach out, give a hug. So much of communication is nonverbal. And so, that little pat on the head, that little hug, it's just, I care for you. So touch. You got time, quality time. One of the things I like that he mentioned, going and watching the game or the dance recital, that's great. But that's not an actual close time. You need that quality time. Intentional, that's a great word. So that's where like family dinners come in, or game nights, that time where you really get to interact. So that quality family time. And then you have talk. So again, 3 of these, when I was listening to it, I just heard the 5 love languages. Here's 3 of the 5 love languages. And you have words of affirmation. Talk. How do we talk? Are we saying things to build up our kids? It's so easy to get caught up in the frustrations or what they didn't get right. But are we saying things that build them up and support them and help them see themselves in the best light? So touch, time, talk. 5 Love Languages is worth reading. It's great stuff.
So these are great things that we're going to talk about. And if you want to learn more about ways to do good in your parenting life and how to help your kids spread this throughout the community, join us tomorrow night, Wednesday night online for our parenting study. Bill and I are leading it. It's at 7 o'clock. We'll send you the Zoom link. Just comment below. See you next week. Bye.